Hey, welcome to Models and Agents, episode 76 for June 10th, 2026. Let's see what happened in the AI world today. And trust me, it's been busy. Claude Fable 5 delivers a qualitative jump for long-horizon agentic work, letting builders hand off ambitious multi-step projects with less oversight. Anthropic released Claude Fable 5, the same base model as Mythos but with added safeguards. Early testers report it handles ambitious, long-running problem-solving sessions far better than prior versions, executing complex tasks across codebases without constant guidance. The model posts leading benchmark numbers and feels like a step change comparable to the Claude 4.5 jump last November. Builders can now attempt larger single-use apps, custom dashboards, or research projects that previously required heavy scaffolding. The main caveats noted are occasional over-triggering safeguards and the usual slow, expensive profile of frontier models. This update continues the frontier models arc we tracked yesterday, where closed systems trade capability and price leads, while the next release cadence remains the key open question. Cohere open-sourced North Minicode, a 30 billion parameter model with 3 billion active parameters under Apache 2.0. It scores 33.4 on the Artificial Analysis Coding Index, competitive with similar-sized models for agentic coding tasks. The release includes hugging face weights for immediate local or fine-tuned use. Builders working on coding agents should test it this week against closed models on multi-file edit and tool use benchmarks to see where the efficiency trade-off lands. This release fits the open weight models program we covered yesterday, where families like Llama, Mistral, and Qwen continue narrowing the gap with closed frontier systems, and licensing terms stay the central open question. NextN2 Mini is a new 35 billion model explicitly optimized for autonomous agent workloads. The release positions it as a dedicated agent backbone rather than a general-purpose model. Early positioning suggests stronger, long-horizon planning and tool orchestration than dense models of similar size. Developers building production agents should compare it against Qwen and Llama variants on agent-specific harnesses. Users are running Qwen 3.6 MTP 27 billion quantized to 4-bit on a Tesla V100 via llama.cpp. The run reaches 44 to 55 tokens per second. Flags such as spec-type draft, MTP, plus large contexts are active during the test. The configuration supports 262,000 tokens of context. Parallel batching stays enabled with no quality loss recorded in non-thinking mode. Local developers now have a concrete performance baseline for 27 billion class models on older enterprise GPUs. Microsoft updated Copilot Studio with improved agent orchestration and workflow tooling. The changes target more reliable, multi-step automation inside Microsoft 365 environments. Teams already using Copilot can now build agents that handle longer task chains with better state management. The upgrade lowers the barrier for enterprises wanting governed agent deployments without custom frameworks. This development advances the agents and tool use program we followed yesterday, where autonomous agents, tool use, and interoperability layers are maturing, and long-horizon reliability remains the key open question. TabClaw is an open-source agent that ingests CSV or Excel files, clarifies intent, exposes editable plans, and runs parallel specialist agents across multiple tables. It records workflows, extracts user memory, and distills reusable skills from repeated patterns. The system improves task completion on spreadsheet benchmarks while keeping the full execution trace inspectable. Teams doing data analysis should try the React-style loop on their own multi-table datasets. A global financial watchdog issued new guidance on controlling autonomous AI agents in finance. The guidance addresses prevention of data leakage during live operations. Unauthorized actions in trading or customer systems form another core focus. Institutions running agentic workflows receive a direct recommendation to review guardrails. The proposed standards serve as the reference point for that review. Deployment decisions should incorporate the new expectations before any production rollout. This item tracks the safety and policy program we covered yesterday, where US and EU regulatory trajectories and evaluation standardization remain the open questions. Hugging Face relaunched paperswithcode.co with automatic parsing of Archive and Hugging Face papers into leaderboards, including closed models like GPT 5.5 and Mythos 5. Users can toggle closed model results and browse scatter plots plus tables for each benchmark. The site now treats blog posts as valid sources for closed models. Researchers tracking state-of-the-art across domains should add it to their weekly review workflow. A new tutorial shows how to stream NVIDIA Nemotron code pre-training metadata, reconstruct GitHub URLs, fetch source files, and estimate token counts without full dataset downloads. Schema inspection forms the first step in the described process. Language distribution across the metadata receives explicit coverage. Token scale estimation relies on pandas combined with tick-token. Developers building custom code pre-training pipelines can follow the exact steps for manageable sampling. Okay, let's pop the hood on bitemporal memory engines for LLM agents. Everyone talks about giving agents full history as the safe default for long-running tasks, yet replaying every prior turn quickly turns context into noise that hurts accuracy while exploding cost and latency. Ingram splits the problem into a fast, lossless write path that simply appends episodes, and an asynchronous path that extracts atomic facts into a bitemporal knowledge graph. The graph tracks provenance and supersession chains so contradictions are invalidated rather than deleted. At read time, a hybrid retriever fuses dense, lexical, graph, and recency signals, then applies a point-in-time filter to return a compact 9,600 token slice. On long memeval_s, this lean slice scores 83.6% versus 73.2% for the full 79,000 token history, while using roughly 1/8 the tokens. The practical takeaway is to default to retrieved, time-aware facts for any agent that spans more than a handful of turns, and only fall back to full replay when the task explicitly requires verbatim earlier dialogue. Test Claude Fable 5 on a multi-file refactoring task you previously split across several prompts, and note where it maintains context without extra scaffolding. Download Cohere North minicode from Hugging Face and run it through your existing agentic coding harness to measure tool call reliability versus closed models. Try TabClaw on a 3-table financial reconciliation spreadsheet to see how the parallel specialist agents and editable plan surface compare to manual pandas work. Add paperswithcode.co to your weekly state-of-the-art check, and toggle closed models off to focus on open weight progress. Further tuning of Claude Fable 5 safeguard sensitivity is expected in the coming weeks. Additional open agentic coding models from other labs are likely to follow Cohere's release. Expanded regulatory guidance on agentic systems in finance and data handling domains is on the way. New long context memory benchmarks that stress bitemporal retrieval over full history baselines are coming soon. Tomorrow, keep an eye on the first production integrations of these new open agentic coding models into existing harnesses. That wraps up today's AI briefing. Share this with a developer or builder who wants to stay current. Subscribe wherever you listen. See you tomorrow, and before you go, this show is part of the NARA Network, a family of daily podcasts covering tech, science, markets, and more. If you enjoyed today's episode, give Modern Investing Techniques a listen. Modern strategies for Canadian and US investors. You can explore the whole lineup at nearendnetwork.com. This episode used AI voice synthesis of my voice. Editorial selection and analysis are my own.